really hard to watch sometimes.
Well, Brody is playing great for him too.
Yeah.
I always liked Brody.
Yeah, he's a good player. He had like I've said before, I think 2-3 years ago he had that one. There had to be real bad karma and no belief between him and the coach. I can't remember the defensive coach's
They put
name.
him on left D, and he's not a very good left D. He's a great right D.
Yeah, but anyway,
I agree.
he had a really bad year there, and he had a long time recovering from that. But he's a pretty good player for sure.
I agree.
I'm commenting on Toronto. Am I okay to
flip it Toronto and Calgary?
Am I okay to speak now, or Tim, Tom?
Go ahead.
Okay, just related to that, everything you said, this is something I've highlighted. I've got the highlighter here, which I think are things that, in my mind, I'm interested in, and the audience that might receive the videos is interested in. In the future, and Tim, this is what I'm questioning. Why is Toronto doing it now? And I think of the way Daryl's presentation went and how he relates to the athletes one-on-one in terms of asking them and engaging them in what they're going to do. That's the reason for Toronto's success. Is it rubbing off on the way they coach? The players being respected, and it's actually the players at that level that coach because they're that good and they know the game. And I think if you gain their trust and respect, and that's what Daryl does with those elite athletes. I mean, they're doing things like you can't believe, but now as a team, they're doing things that star players aren't doing, that good teams aren't doing.
But I don't think Daryl. I don't think, as we talked before, I don't think Daryl even touches the defensive side of the game a whole lot.
No, I know he doesn't,
there,
but
he was there when Babs was there as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure how much Babs used him, but the relationship with, in long term, he worked more with the American League team than he did the Leafs. And I'm not sure if that's the case now. But I want to know what Daryl thinks about what I've asked. He may be too modest to even take any credit for influencing that. But I sort of thinking, well, boy, that's what he does. That's what teams need to do. That's the way coaching has to go in my mind, because that's the way it's going in minor hockey, good minor hockey, 21st century minor hockey, which, as Angie Abdu knows, isn't happening. It's the old brutalize and tell to in minor hockey that we're trying to change. And at the top, we're just trying to engage coaches. So I'm curious about John Cooper, how he coaches, how they engage the players, how they do a video session to engage the players and draw thoughts from them and learn from them. And as Daryl said, the student is the teacher. And so I'm saying the player has to be the coach at that level. And maybe at any level. You have to coach them, but they're going to coach you because you figure out how to deal with them. So I don't know if that makes sense, but
I'd be surprised if there's a lot of that going on at the NHL level, Wally, to be honest. There might be some. Sorry, Rick.
Yeah, no worries.
There might be some, but I think it's all more so just sort of the interpersonal, and it is about the personality and the of the head coach and how he relates to the players and what the players get from him, and that's critically important. I still don't think at this point there's a lot of, hey, you guys, what do you think of this video going on at the NHL level? They get into their power play penalty killing meetings. It's like like we've seen.
Like Dominic's
And
take.
it's like, here's what they like to do. Bang, 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 bang. I'm not saying there's no Socratic learning going on, but I'd be surprised if it's the dominant thing on any NHL team. Sorry, Rick.
Well, I was just going to say, I'm
Should be.
I'm only about 20% into Daryl's book, and when I first started it, it was a hard read. But the more I'm getting into it, I'm getting the sense that he's teaching the players to think more than he's taking skills that they were doing before and convincing them that there's a better way, but he's doing it in an indirect manner. And I'm wondering, just off the top of my head out loud, is that rubbing off on their team play and how they're interpreting things coming from the other coaching voices that they're hearing, and recognizing that they need to see more and put more into their actions based on what's going on rather than what they're accustomed to doing in any given situation. It's just a speculation, but I'm curious about it.
Yeah. It would be interesting to be, it would be so nice to be able to be a a fly in the wall and like say 2 days worth of team meetings with various NHL coaches and to Wally's point, like see how much of this is going on.
Yeah.
Like in Wally, I honestly wish so stupid yesterday I had a meeting with one of our Danish defensemen, Peter and I.
Yeah,
We have to be where we're
And-
going less than
And
I know. I'm coming right now. How
like
close is?
right on this point exactly. Like I definitely led the discussion with questions to her. We were looking at video, and she was so freaking bang on. It was unbelievable how I had to lead her a couple of times, but it's like, bang. That's exactly what I'm sort of observing here myself, and now you've observed it. So I definitely learned that or used that sort of Socratic questioning. What do you see here? What do you like here? Okay, you don't like that. Well, I reinforced our approach, outcome, response, evaluation tool